So the following is just a demo of using account-based selling approach, account-based marketing approach in the oil and gas industry. And essentially it's a B2B approach. We're leveraging technology to help us get out and do some things like account segmentation, market segmentation, account segmentation, buyer segmentation. So the first thing I'm going to look at here is give you a quick example of account segmentation. So again, we're using technology. We've got our customer relationship management database. In our customer relationship management database, we've got two things. We've got a list of accounts, and we've got the enter lead service, which is putting the oil and gas data into the accounts, and then I'm leveraging a mapping technology. So within the map, which is plugged into my CRM system, from a market segmentation, I built a geofence around a geographic area, and then I went in and I just said that I wanted to search the database for any facility license that has a compression or plant associated with it. So ultimately what I'm trying to do that's my market, geographic area, people that are operating compressors and plants. And then the next step is my list segmentation. So as a result of doing that, I've come up with a list of accounts that I want to target to go out and speak with the different customers. One of the important parts, obviously it's one thing to build an account. The next thing we look at, once we've done the account segmentation, which was easy to do here, I'm wanting to do some buyer segmentation. So in the buyer segmentation is kind of understanding the decision-making process and the roles that different people play in that particular process. This initiative that I'm looking at, I'm focusing on people that are out in the field. I want to talk to decision makers, influencers in the field to understand what their issues are, whether it's servicing existing equipment, whether it's adding new equipment, working over wells, whatever your application is. So let's say that I want to come over and the first company I'm going to look at is Beltrex. I like the map tool. I've got both my segmentation here that I'm looking at. And one of the things that I do have is I have this map tied to all the contacts that I have. So I've come in and I said, okay, Beltrex exploration. I want to see all the contacts that I have in this particular market segmentation that we've looked at. And we know Beltrex is one of the accounts. So I select this, and then it's going to query the database, my CRM system, which I'm entering my contacts and I'm entering the location of those contacts, and it's going to put those individuals on the map for me. One of the things I like to do as a feature in this is to say, well, let's group these individuals together so I can get an idea of how many people are in each one of the locations. So we could see here that they've got 5 people in Drayton Valley as it relates to the data that I have inside of my customer relationship management system. And then we can look at it and they've got 8 people here in Rocky Mountain House. I made the decision, now I have a list of all the people that are in my CRM, and I've decided I want to try go after senior people to talk to them either about the functionality of a plant that they're operating or what's happening in the field from a production perspective. So some of the people that I might be looking for, here is my production foreman, here is the superintendent, here's a senior plant operator, here is a lead operator. I may end up talking to all these people. They are all in my CRM system, but those are the people that I want to focus on first. What I end up doing at that particular point is from my map, I can add these people to a campaign. So my campaign is I'm going to go out and I'm either by phone or by email or going out in my vehicle. I'm going to go out and I'm going to visit these people, introduce my products and services, and number one, get some feedback about the pain or some of the initiatives that they have going in the field. I would add those particular people to the campaign. Once I've done this account here, what I'm able to do is I can clear this person off the map, go back to my list, and then I can say, well, the next company that I want to look at is Bonavista, and we can select Bonavista, come back, very easy. Again, all I'm going to do is change my contacts. I'm going to come in and say, in my contacts, I now want people related to Bonavista. I'll close it, and then I'll now search the contacts now so I can get a geographic reference of where these contacts are. I'm going to use my grouping technology to group these out. So here I can see that I've got 8 people in this particular location, and we'll zoom in a little bit more. So we've got some in Red Deer, and we've got some in Rimbey, and then some people down here in Didsbury as our primary focus. And then we'll look at, again, I want to talk to operators, senior operators, and superintendents. So here's a senior operator out of Rimbey and another operator out of Rimbey. So I'll select those are people that I am interested in. And then we'll come down here and take a look at a field. Here's another senior operator that I might be interested in, so on and so forth. So I've decided these are the people that I'm going to try and target first. I then come over and say I want to add them to my campaign. The net result for me is that what I want to be able to do once I've gone through and identified the people that I look for, I called my campaign the test trip campaign. What I was doing is associating people to that campaign that I want to go out and meet with. I've now started to build my list of people that I want to go in and take a look at. I've got a little bit of a discrepancy in my data. I've got to fill out some phone numbers and some email addresses. Relatively easy to do. And then I want to put some notes in about those particular individuals so I can get a an indication of what I want to talk to them about. So an example, if I come in and I look at this individual, I know by looking at my facility information, he is located close to this gas processing plant that's got this much gas, condensate, water, so on and so forth. So we've got lots of information here, very little oil, a lot of gas, that'll help me dictate what I want to talk to this particular individual about. When I look back at what is account-based selling, I've got my buyer segmentation. I was going through the process, looking at my contacts, identifying the buyers that I want to look at. I want to talk about, I know that there's multiple people involved in the decision making, anything that has to do with working over existing infrastructure, adding capacity to that infrastructure. Once I built that list of contacts, list of potential buyers and influencers, now I've got the user segmentation, which is really what is the pain that they're feeling out there. But one of the things that I want to make sure that I'm doing is I'm engaging with those people on a continuous basis. I'm documenting this in the CRM. I'm measuring the results of my activities. I'm personalizing the content associated with them. So what we're able to do, once I build that list of contacts in here, I now start reaching out to them. I start driving out to them, really identifying, again, what role they make in the buying decision and the pains and the issues that they're having out in the field. So that's an example of how we use account-based selling / marketing strategies in the oil and gas industry: market segmentation, account segmentation, buyer segmentation, user segmentation, and then measuring and monitoring our progress as we work through